Welcome back. It is Wednesday, November 20th in the NBA. My 5 best bets are on the way. In this video, we have 3 player props, including a 1.5 unit play. We have a spread pick, and we have a same game parlay. If you are new, my name is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Today, we'll have a longer intro than normal because I got some stuff to get off my chest. Speaking of my chest, let's look at my shirt. This is how I'm feeling right now. I'm dead inside. Let's recap yesterday's slate of action. One of the most unlucky days I think I've had. Could have been even unluckier. We'll talk about that. Technically, in the large scale of things, we basically broke even. So in terms of getting destroyed on our bankroll, not really. We went 2-3, but 2 of our losers were half unit plays. Miles Bridges, you're the one bright spot of yesterday. I appreciate you for doing your job. I'll get to that SGA and Jalen Williams parlay in a second. I need to first address the elephant in the room, and that's you, Darius Garland. What was that? 3 for 21. That is what kept us from cashing the ladder challenge. Obviously, it was a key integral piece of missing that Cavs and Celtics SGP. Garland, 3 for 21. I have not seen as bad of a game from anyone I've ever watched in recent memory than what Darius Garland put on the hardwood yesterday. That was disgusting. Disgusting. We need 13 points from him. Prior to yesterday, 20 in games that he had shot 20 or more times, he had scored 13 points, aka hitting what we needed. 58 straight games. There's going to be people out there and be like, nah, that's why you don't take guards against Drew Holiday. None of those shots were all that contested. They were all wide open, mid-ranges, three-pointers. Sure, he got packed at the rim a couple times. He missed a layup beginning of the third quarter. I can't there. Now, that was always bad enough. Darius Garland, I'll get to you. I'm done with you. Nets minus 2.5. You thought that was the worst beat of the day. Nets were up 3 with 5 seconds left. The Hornets are going to try to tie it with a three-pointer. They do. They shoot it. They airball it. What does Grant Williams do? He catches the airball. Instead of kicking it out to a shooter, he lays it in. Nets win by 1 because there was 0.1 seconds on the clock. Terrible. The day almost got the... I don't know what I would have done if this didn't happen. We had our SGA and Jalen Williams parlay. It was 25 points and 4 assists from SGA, 15 and 4 from J-Dub. J-Dub basically had 15 and 4 in the first half. SGA, the points were easy. And then the assists, we needed 4 from him. He had 3. He dishes a nice pass to Kenrich Williams. Boom, 4th assist. No, they gave that assist to Jalen Williams at 3:22 mark in the third quarter. They never went and corrected it. So we were sweating into the 4th for a 4th assist the SGA had already had. If he didn't get the other assist, man, I don't know where I would be today. But hey, we'll certainly take a 2-3 day and one of the worst luck days we've ever had. It's been a very unlucky start to the season. Apologies for the long intro, but man, I got some stuff to get off my chest. It was frustrating betting the association yesterday, but I am not too worried about it. Later on today, we'll have another ladder challenge attempt. I am not letting the bad luck and I would argue Ivy and Garland of the last 2 days are probably in the less than 1% outcome, sort of, less than 1% chance of outcome. I'm not going to let those two just so random outcomes affect my ability. I feel like we've had some good reads. We'll dive into a ladder challenge later this afternoon. But you guys came in for some winners, and we begin with the 1.5 unit play. And that is going to begin with a guy by the name of Devin Booker. Over 26.5 points. Currently a 1.5 unit play, minus 113 on FanDuel. Now, I would note, if there's for 25.5, I'd be hard-pressed to not make it a 2-unit play. But I will not lie to you guys. Later on in this video, we have another play in this game, and I don't want to have more than 2.5, 3 units in one game. I'd rather not do that, although Devin Booker is scoring 20 points tonight. He might be in the ladder. I feel like we've had a really good track record on betting Devin Booker. We faded him some games. We've just been tacking on the assists, and his teammates haven't made shots. And then last 2 games ago, we backed him when we took his over 25.5 points on Sunday, 2 units, easy winner. I think this is an easy winner. Let's talk about D-Book. Obviously, his last 5 games, he's been very up and down. 31, 18, 12, 44, and 17 points. 3 tough matchups. The Kings, Thunder, and Magic. Magic, really tough guard defenders. Thunder trapped him all game. Kings trapped him all game. What is going to happen tonight from the New York Knicks? They're not trapping him, and this is the perfect spot for how Devin Booker wants to score. Booker's primary method of scoring, especially with Beal and Durant still out, is as the pick and roll and as the ball handler. He'll come off some screens, but a lot of it is, hey, come set a screen for me, and I'm going to go do my thing. The Knicks, 28th defensively versus this action against pull-up ball handlers, pick and roll, 3rd worst. The Knicks allow the 2nd most pull-up 3-point attempts in the NBA. Now, is Booker the guy that attempts, 10, 15 pull-up 3-pointers like maybe a guy like Stephen Curry does? No. But the pull-up 3-pointer attempts are still going to translate to the pull-up mid-ranges, which is where Booker wants to get. Why are the Knicks giving up so much in this action? because Cat is not a great defender. And more importantly, Cat plays drop coverage. He's not coming out to guard Devin Booker. He's going to stay in the paint to be their primary rim protector. And where D-Buck will go to is either a pull-up three-pointer or he'll get to the mid-range and he'll get to his spots. He'll dominate. Him and Cat obviously were teammates, so there's a little bit of added juice there. Plus, Mikal Bridges, they were former teammates, a little added juice there. Do I think Bridges and Anunoby, who will probably guard Booker, are good defenders? Yes, but it's not like I'm asking Booker to go one-on-one and isolate against them. We've seen guys have big games against the New York Knicks. We saw Cam Thomas drop 43, Mathurin 38, Tatum 37, Halliburton 35, Hero and Garland triggered 34. This is a prime spot for Booker to get the field goal attempts, the volume that we're expecting at home, coming off a 4-game losing streak. The Suns don't play again till next Tuesday. They have like a week off. They have a mini All-Star break in here. This is a good spot where Booker's minutes should be untapped. Last season, when Booker attempted 18 plus shots, he averaged 32.5 points per game, going over in 78% of games. His last two versus the Knicks, 28 points in each of them, 25 and 26 field goal attempts. He did not shoot well in either of those two games, still cleared this line. If he starts knocking down shots tonight, he could go for 40, and that's plus 1,000. I wanted to take it, but I don't have a good track record for whatever reason. When I do like ladders, take a guy, triggered 27.5 to like 30 plus points. They never seem to come through. So I'll just take 1.5 units on his regular line. D-Book is going to have a night tonight against the New York Knicks. You heard it here first. My second play is going to be an under. Yesterday I tried to fade Nikola Jokic. He did not play. Today I'm going to fade another European guy, and he should be active tonight. It's Franz Wagner. Give me his under, 27.5 points, minus 110 on BetMGM. Now, if you're a person that only goes in and just types, how are they doing right now? Last 4 games, I'm just going to bet that and assume that system continues. Well, then fine. Take Franz Wagner's under or over tonight, because in the last 4 games, Franz, he's over in 4 straight. He has scored 32, 29, 31, and 32 points. So it's not like he's clearing the line by like, ooh, he's scoring 35 plus in every single game. He's barely getting over it. He's faced the Charlotte Hornets, Indiana Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers, and then at Phoenix was his only road game. So 3 straight home games, then a road game. Sure, I have to tip my cap. Franz Wagner has been really good, but I think this is a good spot to fade him. I've been waiting for the spot, and this feels like a primetime spot to fade him against the Clippers, and I'll talk about why. Now, Franz, obviously, he's been scorching hot from the three-point line recently. He made 4 threes in their last game. Tonight, him to make 4 threes is plus 300. So they really don't expect him to be lethal from the three-point line, and if he's not doing that, it's going to be a tough spot here. Now, for starters, if you look at this game, both teams bottom 10 in pace, and it shows. The total, it's like 205.5. So they aren't even thinking both these two teams even getting to the 100-point mark. So we expect a very slow-paced game. And let's talk about the shots that Franz is shooting. Last 4 games, Franz has attempted 6 field goal attempts in the restricted area, right at the hoop, and 8 above the break threes. Technically, it's like 8.3, but I'll go down to 8. 60% of his points these last 4 games have come from those 2 actions. Restricted area shots above the break threes. Another 16-ish% comes from free throws. Austin, I don't care about these numbers. Just tell me why you want Franz under. Stop yapping. I get it. Here's why. This season, the Clippers, 4th fewest field goal attempts allowed in the restricted area, 6th lowest field goal percentage allowed on above the break threes, and they rank 7th defensively versus free throws. So again, I think this is a terrible spot for Franz. He's faced some easy matchups. He faced the Hornets, faced the Pacers, Suns, give or take, Philadelphia 76ers. So I don't know what the hell that team is doing. So get me out of there. But look, I think this is a terrible spot to back him. I don't think he's going to have a lot of easy shots. If he goes over, it's probably because he's making a lot of tough shots. Additionally, Norm Powell, who I'd argue is probably one of the worst defenders on the Clippers. Not that he's a bad defender, but one of the worst ones in that starting lineup. He's out. So you're going to see an increase in minutes to guys like Nicholas Batum, Amir Coffey, Terrence Mann. Not to mention he probably starts with Derrick Jones Jr. on him, who I consider to be an elite defender. I just don't see how Franz scores 28 tonight unless he's super efficient. If you shoot 60%, tip my cap to him. I just think this is a slow-paced game. I'm fading Franz Wagner. I think that's a surgical winner. Give me his under 27.5 points, minus 110 on BetMGM. I'd make that a bigger play, but I don't like making unders big plays. I just refuse to. So 1 unit on Franz, under in points. I'm going to throw it to Logan for favorite spread pick of the day. Lost a couple favorites in a row. I can guarantee you today one thing. He is on an underdog, and I love the underdog today. I co-sign it. It was going to be my spread pick if I had to do one in the video. Logan, the floor is yours. I'll allow you to vent about the Nets. Take it away.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to bounce back after that Nets loss last night. Oh my gosh, they won the game, but the backdoor cover cost me some sleep for sure. I mean, tell from the bags under my eyes. But today we are moving on. We're going with an underdog, and I like the Suns plus 5.5, minus 110 odds on BetMGM. Currently, your best value there. Now, it didn't work yesterday with a favorite. Hopefully, this underdog today can backdoor. I mean, do exactly what the Hornets did to us last night. Suns are in a very weird schedule spot. They don't play until November 26th. That's their next game. So if you're looking at the calendar, you're trying to find their next game. You gotta hunt for it for a minute. Also, the Suns are fresh off of 4 straight losses. Eventually, that losing streak will come to an end. Again, this is to me a perfect time for them to just kind of go all out, empty the tank, knowing you have an extended layoff. I'm not sure I've ever seen that with a schedule, but that's their next game. The Knicks are just 3-4 against the spread on the road, so they're not exactly a road juggernaut. And it's the first game of a Western road trip for them. So again, could the Knicks come out in a little bit of a flat spot? I could certainly see it. Austin talked about it before. Booker averaging almost 28 against the Knicks. He loves Booker in this spot. I love Booker in this spot. I love this Suns offense as a whole as well. The Suns will have the volume from 3 against this Knicks team. They just have to hope the shots fall. I mean, that we don't control that. If the efficiency is there from 3, the Suns will easily cover this one. The Knicks are just 21st in defensive rating. They're not exactly a defensive juggernaut. So I think the Suns will definitely be able to have some looks. They do also have the rebounding edge against New York. They're 11th in rebounds. Knicks just 22nd. So when you're rebounding well, hopefully you're able to get some more second chance points, which in the spread like this, that can decide, a 5.5, 6 point type spread. I think second chance points will be the key here also for Phoenix. I like the Suns plus 5.5 today as my best bet. Unfortunately, when you're betting the association, you're going to have bad beats. That's exactly what happened to us yesterday, but we are moving on. We are not losing another bet for the rest of the week. Love Suns as my best bet of the day. Austin, throwing it back to you, though.
As I said, I would have made Booker a bigger play this morning, but I knew that logo was going to be on Suns plus 5.5. If Booker doesn't show up, I don't want to lose 2.5, 3+ units on him because he might even be in the ladder. That's how confident I am in D-Buck. Got to trust your best reads, right? Let's dive into 2 more plays. The first one will be a same-game parlay. Then we'll wrap up with another player prop. Giannis, 30+ points, and Damian Lillard, 4+ assists. This is a same-game parlay, minus 120 on FanDuel. I'd play it to honestly minus 140. I like Lillard for 5 assists if that's all you can get. Honestly, if you just need an individual line and maybe you're on Sleeper, Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, you can just take Giannis's over and assist. The problem with Giannis assists is that they kept bumping it up. It's down at like 31.5. I like that. Obviously, I think if he scores 30, I think he scores 32. However, I think the Lillard 4+ assists is an easy free square. Knock on wood, and hopefully that's an easy juice reducer to get Giannis down to 30 points and you play a little bit less from him. Lillard, 4 assists in all 11 games this season, including 8 versus the Bulls. The Bulls allow the most assists per game to point guards. You see what I mean? That's why I'm putting Lillard in there for 4 assists. He might even get 4 to just Giannis alone. I think he easily gets those assists, especially in transition. Why do I like Giannis to score 30+? He scored 38 versus the Bulls earlier this season. I think he missed half of his free throws too. His last 7 games for Chicago, 36, 45, 35, 26, 32, 46, and 38. He's destroyed him. Technically, he has a game in there that I avoided because he only played 8 minutes. I'm not going to count a game that he didn't play in really. But again, this has just been a spot that he has torched. And that's been the Bulls when they've been a little bit better defensively. Now the Bulls are one of the worst defenses in the league. This season, Chicago played at the fastest pace in the NBA. Also allows the most points per game in the NBA. Giannis, 71% of his points in the restricted area, where the Bulls rank 30th. But, I mean, this is just a primetime spot for Giannis to go up and down the court in transition, dunk on everyone. The Rockets, I'll give them credit. They did a great job slowing down Giannis last game. He had 8 turnovers there. He's scoring 30 tonight. He might be in the ladder too for 25. I just don't see the Bulls stop him. Only way they stop him is if they get blown out. And the only way they're getting to a blowout is probably if Giannis is cooking. So I like Giannis to get 30. I like Lillard to get 4 assists. I think that's a winner. Give it to me. Minus 120 on FanDuel, 2-leg SGP. That's green. My final play of the day will be another under. I saved it for last, not because it's my least confident play, but because there is a chance this guy does not play today. And I would say it's not like a 10% chance. I'd say it's probably 50-50. That's why I saved him for last. So if he is not here, skip forward to the end of the video or just tune in and hear why I faded this guy, and let's hope he plays. Anfernee Simons of the Portland Trailblazers. Give me his under 18.5 points, minus 115 on DraftKings for 1 unit. Now, as I said, Anfernee, there's a chance he does not play. He's currently questionable. He left a week ago with a hand injury. Now, the last 2 days, he's had an illness. I expect he could play tonight. Wouldn't shock me. They're on the road, so I don't know, but we'll see. Let's hope he plays tonight. And sucks. There's also a chance he plays, and they're like, hey, we're on a minutes restriction here, just working him back in. we would obviously get a better line than if they report that news this season. So I'll keep the analysis simple. He will face the Oklahoma City Thunder in their first matchup of the season. OKC versus OKC. Simons, 9 points on 1 of 8 shooting. Did go to the free throw line 6 times, but again, free throws, you can't count on those. He scores 53% of his points per game in the pick and roll, where the Thunder ranked first defensively. Now with no Chet, they basically have a bunch of guys out there that are just being annoying, and if you try to drive, they're going to converge on you. He's under in 5 of his last 6 versus OKC. Thunder could not buy a shot last night. I'll note, if you're watching this video, I didn't put this out in this official play. ESPN Bet has a thing where you can bet on team total over and threes. I like the Thunder tonight, 14.5 threes. Wouldn't be shocked if they make 15 plus. But again, I'll fade Simons here. I'm not going to have a long analysis. I hate this spot for him. He comes back from injury, from a hand injury, illness, terrible matchup, big spread. A lot of different ways it can go under here. I'll take it. Shade and Sharps obviously come on strong too here. I don't think he plays, but if he does, I want some money on his under. So I'll take the under at 18.5 points. Those are our favorite picks of the day. As I said, there will be a ladder challenge posted later on today. Going to wait for some alternate lines to come out. So stay tuned for that, probably 3 or 4 p.m. Man, we are going to be cashed today. We can't keep getting guys' career worst performances. We just can't. So I'll lock in, get you guys a winner. And then later on today, you'll see an NFL video posted. And then we'll also have a Thursday night football video probably posted later on tonight. Either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's Austin signing out. Peace.